Struggling with dehydration during training and competition? You're not alone. Discover the secret to optimizing hydration for peak performance with this video. Hey, I'm Kat. I'm a performance nutritionist helping elite athletes to fuel, recover, and perform. Today, I'm talking about all things hydration, sports drinks, and electrolytes for performance. Let's start with the basics. What is dehydration? Dehydration occurs when your body loses more fluids than it takes in, leaving it unable to perform its essential functions optimally. Symptoms can range from mild thirst and a dry mouth to more severe issues like fatigue, dizziness, and even confusion. So why is hydration so crucial? Well, water is involved in nearly every biological process in the body. It helps regulate body temperature, transport nutrients, flush out toxins, and lubricate your joints. Without adequate hydration, these functions can become compromised, and it leads to decreased physical and mental performance. The ACSM position stand, which you can see, exercise and fluid replacement suggests that most people should avoid losing more than 2% body weight. But there will be lots of individual, environmental, and physiological factors that mean that some people can tolerate up to 3 to 5% dehydration. So it's far from a one-size-fits-all kind of model. But how do you know if you're hydrating enough? And one simple way to gauge your hydration status is by monitoring your urine colour. And a pale yellow colour indicates adequate hydration, while darker shades may suggest dehydration. Now, you can easily get access to a chart like this one. You can compare to that throughout the day and make sure you're hydrated. You can also get more specific and figure out your sweat rate, but more on that in a later video. Surprisingly, it is also possible to overhydrate, although it's relatively rare. Overconsumption of fluids can lead to a range of uncomfortable symptoms such as stomach cramps, that unpleasant kind of sloshing feeling in your stomach, and the constant need to dash to the toilet. Drinking excessive amounts of water without replenishing electrolytes can also dilute the body's sodium levels, and this can lead to a condition called hyponatremia, which, if untreated, can be life-threatening. So while staying hydrated is vital, it's also essential not to overdo it. So as we approach summer and hopefully hotter weather here in the UK, if you're out on a hot day, running or training outside, and you're diligently sipping away at your water bottle, then be aware that you're not just losing water, but you're also losing essential electrolytes like sodium through your sweat. And if you continue to guzzle down the water without replenishing those electrolytes, you could be setting yourself up for a bit of trouble. So let's talk electrolytes. Now, these are minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, which all play a crucial role in maintaining fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contraction. And these are massive in sports performance. And you'll often see people pop in a few hydration tablets into their water to rehydrate, but are these actually worth it? Now, electrolyte-rich drinks, particularly those that are consumed during or after intense exercise, can really help replenish lost fluids and minerals more effectively than water alone. For most people, water is probably fine, but if you're exercising intensely and you want to buy electrolyte tablets, then you can. Just be aware that there are cheaper and easier alternatives in your kitchen cupboards. This could be something as simple as half a teaspoon of salt mixed in with your squash, or a squeeze of honey and some lemon can do the trick too. When it comes to rehydration, compared to water alone, there are plenty of alternatives like milk or sports drinks that can actually do a better job too. Now, as you can see, there are plenty of drinks, including some that you might not expect, Diet Coke being one of them, that actually rehydrate you better than still water. Drinks like milk and orange juice will have more calories and contain macronutrients like fat and carbohydrate that will slow down the absorption or the gastric emptying, but definitely something to consider. Now, one you're probably surprised to see so low is the sports drink. Surely these are designed to rehydrate us. Well, most of it is actually just good marketing, and an investigation by the British Medical Journal points out that some of the biggest sports drink companies, like Powerade, sponsor scientists who make impartial claims about dehydration. However, that's a topic for another video. And one key thing with sports drinks to consider is the tonicity. Now, tonicity refers to the concentration of solutes, and this is like electrolytes and carbohydrates in a drink compared to the concentration inside the body's cells. So we're comparing the concentration of whatever you're about to consume to the concentration in your cells. And if there is a difference between the two, your body doesn't like that, and it will always try to find a way to balance this out, and that affects the cell. Now, there are three types of tonicity that you will probably have heard of before: hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic. But what does that actually mean? Hypertonic solutions have a higher solute concentration, i.e. lower water outside the cell, and this draws water out of the cell. Hypotonic have a lower solute concentration and can actually cause the cell to swell and eventually burst. And isotonic solutions have the same concentration as bodily fluids and are generally the most effective for rehydration. And you'll see examples like the Nutritionist Hydrofuel, which is an isotonic drink. And there you have it, a deep dive into the world of hydration. Remember, staying adequately hydrated is key to feeling and performing your best. So do some experimenting and find out what works for you. Alternatively, reach out to me if you have any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.